You're seeing this video for a reason. Your greatest breakthrough has already begun its journey from the quantum field toward you. Think of this as your final gentle reminder before it appears in your physical reality. This isn't meant as a metaphor or wishful thinking. It reflects how the universe naturally operates. The principle is simple. Your awareness shapes possibility, and your attention on this message, in this exact moment, provides the final energetic nudge needed for potential to take form. You are the observer, and the universe has simply been waiting for you to notice. In the next hour, I will give you the scientific and energetic proof that your victory is not just coming. It is already here, fully formed, hovering just outside your perceptual field, waiting for your final acknowledgement. And more importantly, I will give you the precise protocol to receive it, to open the door and sign for the delivery without fumbling the package, without sabotaging it in the final critical moments, as so many do. This entire process is governed by the same physics that builds worlds, that ignites stars, that animates life itself. We are not dealing with hope. We are dealing with engineering. The principles are immutable. The observer effect, which states that the act of observation changes what is being observed. Quantum entanglement, the invisible thread connecting your inner state to its outer world equivalent. And most critically, wave function collapse, the sacred mechanism by which your sustained focus transforms a cloud of infinite possibilities into one concrete experience. Today, you move from being a passenger in your reality to being the conscious engineer at the controls. But before we lay out the schematics, let's be honest. You're exhausted. You have been doing the work. You have been holding the vision, scripting the future, maintaining the faith, and fighting off the insidious whispers of despair that creep in during the long, silent nights of almost there. You have invested so much of your life force into this one singular outcome. You have become a vibrational athlete holding a frequency of abundance, love, or health, even as your three-dimensional reality screamed back at you with evidence to the contrary. And that dissonance, that gap between the truth you feel in your bones and the facts you see with your eyes, has created a unique kind of spiritual fatigue. It's a hope so intense it borders on terror. It's the pain of being perpetually on the precipice, so close you can taste it, yet still not holding it in your hands. That exhaustion is not a sign you have failed. It is the definitive sign that your race is finished. Your energetic work is complete. If you feel in your bones that this message is for you, that this isn't a coincidence, affirm it by hitting the like button now. It signals to the universe and this platform that you are ready to receive. You see, the universe operates like the most sophisticated logistics system imaginable. Let's call it the quantum warehouse. Every thought you've had, every meditation you've sat through, every act of faith you've performed when it was hard, that was you placing an order. You were filling out the cosmic requisition form with meticulous detail. Your emotional energy, that high vibration you fought so hard to maintain, was the payment. It was the currency that paid the energetic invoice in full. Your order was received, processed, and assembled in a dimension of pure potential. The victory you've been praying for is not something you still need to build. It is a package that has been fully assembled for months, perhaps even years, sitting in that cosmic warehouse with your name, your unique energetic signature on the label. And this transmission, this video appearing on your screen today, is the final tracking update. It is the system sending you a definitive notification. The package is out for delivery. It is arriving now. Our only work for the remainder of this time together is to ensure you are home to receive it. It is to ensure that when the doorbell rings, you do not hide, you do not doubt, and you do not tell the driver they have the wrong address. By the end of this transmission, you will move from anxiously hopping to calmly knowing, equipped with the certainty and the tools to receive the victory you have already, so profoundly, and earned. To understand what is happening to you right now, you must first understand the architecture of reality itself. Imagine the quantum field as an infinite cosmic warehouse. It's not empty. It is unimaginably full. It contains right now fully assembled and ready every possible version of reality, every potential timeline, every outcome. In this warehouse, there is a version of you that is a celebrated artist, a version that is a spiritual healer, a version that is the CEO, a version that is living in perfect health and abundance. These are not dreams or fantasies. They are concrete pre-existing realities complete with every sight, sound, and feeling waiting on a shelf. Your victory, the specific detailed victory you have been working towards, is one of those realities. It's a package in that warehouse. All the inner work you have done, the healing of old wounds, the visualizations, the scripting, the affirmations, the moments you held faith against all evidence, that was not you building the package. The package was already built. That work was the currency. You were placing your order. You were paying for it with the most valuable substance in the universe, your focused consciousness. And your payment has been accepted. Your order has been processed. The package containing the full sensory experience of your victory has been pulled from the shelf. It has been labeled with your unique energetic signature. It is ready. So why is it not here? This is where the entire process short-circuits for so many who are on the very edge of their breakthrough. The problem has never been the package. The problem is the delivery address in quantum mechanics before it is observed. Your victory exists in a state of superposition, a wave of infinite potential. It is both here and not here. Your sustained, unwavering belief, your feeling state of already having it, is the address. It is the stable concrete coordinate in space-time to which the universe can deliver the physical reality. But what happens when you've been holding the faith for so long? Doubt creeps in, impatience, frustration. You look at your current reality and you feel the dissonance. And in that moment of doubt, your energetic address begins to flicker. You are home, then you are not. You believe, then you question. The cosmic delivery system, which operates with infallible precision, registers an unstable destination. The system cannot lock on. It doesn't judge you. It doesn't punish you. It simply follows the laws of physics. A package cannot be delivered to an address that keeps vanishing and reappearing every few seconds. The delivery is paused, waiting for a stable signal. This chaotic flickering, this state of being almost there, but not quite, is the final barrier, and crossing it requires you to enter a state of being governed by a very specific energetic event. So many people ask what happens right before a breakthrough. The answer is you enter the victory singularity. The term singularity comes from physics. It describes an event horizon, a point of no return where the known laws of physics break down. It is a point of infinite density and gravitational pull. Your victory singularity is precisely this. It is the exact moment in your timeline where the potential energy you have been accumulating through all your inner work, every meditation, every act of faith, every moment of choosing the new you over the old story becomes so dense, so powerful that its gravitational pull becomes greater than the forward momentum of your old reality. It is the tipping point. It's the point where the new reality no longer has to be pulled into the present. Instead, it begins pulling the present into it. Your old reality, with its patterns of struggle and lack, can no longer sustain itself. It begins to stretch, to break apart and collapse under the immense gravitational force of the victory that you have been nurturing in the unseen. This is not a gentle transition. It is a collapse, an irreversible collapse of the old timeline. And it is precisely at this critical juncture that the methods that brought you to this point become not only obsolete but counterproductive. Your hustle, your drive, your desperate need to do more to make it happen now actively works against you. It is like you've successfully ordered your precious package. You see the truck on your street and in a panic you run out screaming, trying to force the driver to give it to you. You are introducing chaos. You are introducing the energy of disbelief. Your frantic action screams to the universe, I don't trust that it's coming. I don't believe it's really mine. And what does that do? It makes your energetic address flicker more violently than ever. The delivery driver. By law, Doug must pull back and wait for a calm, stable recipient. Pushing harder, visualizing more intensely from a place of fear, affirming frantically, all of these actions amplify the frequency of not having it. You are fighting for something that is already yours, and in doing so you are holding it at arm's length. The work is no longer in the doing. The work now is in the being. This is the great paradigm shift that precedes all quantum leaps. Your role in this divine transaction has changed. You are no longer the one placing the order. You are no longer the one building the energy. You are now the receiver. Your sole function is to become the person who can sign for the package, to be the stable, calm, unwavering, energetic address that the universe can finally lock onto. The job is not to chase it, but to be still and let it find you. The work is no longer to make it happen, but to let it happen. Take a moment and reflect. How many times have you reached the very edge of a breakthrough only to have it dissolve? What if that wasn't failure, but an incomplete activation sequence? What if each of those times was the universe teaching you, refining you, preparing you for this exact moment where you finally learn to stop chasing and simply receive? Here is the paradox that has kept you trapped, orbiting your victory, but never quite landing. It is the subtle, insidious belief that has exhausted you, the one that makes you scan the horizon for a ship that will never come to your current shore. We believe we are waiting for an external event to change our internal state. We wait for the money to arrive to feel abundant. We wait for the partner to appear to feel loved. We wait for the promotion, the diagnosis, the recognition, the breakthrough to finally feel victorious, peaceful, and whole. We have been taught to operate this way our entire lives. See it, then believe it, get it, then feel it. This is the logic of a material world, a world of Newtonian physics where effect follows cause in a linear, predictable fashion. But that is not the world where creation happens. The quantum field, the infinite warehouse we spoke of, does not operate on that logic. It operates on the logic of resonance. It is a field of pure potential that responds not to what you want, but to who you are being. To wait for the external world to give you the feeling you desire is to stand in front of a mirror and demand that it smile first. It is an energetic impossibility. The mirror of reality can only reflect the frequency you are currently emitting. This is the great revelation. This is the key that dissolves the lock. You must adopt the internal state of the victory before the external event can anchor itself in your physical reality. Read that again. Let it dismantle everything you thought you knew about this process. The feeling is not the reward for your manifestation. The feeling is the cause of it. It is the energetic signature, the stable address that allows the quantum field to finally make the delivery. This changes the entire game. We have been using the wrong metaphor. You are not waiting for a delivery to arrive at your current house. That implies you will stay where you are in your current state of being, and something new will be added to it. But a true victory, the kind you have been working toward, is not an addition. It is a transformation. It is a complete change of address. The victory is a new house entirely, and you have been holding the key in your hand this entire time. That key is the feeling state of the reality you desire. The sense of peace, the calm confidence, the expansive relief, the quiet joy. This moment, this realization is you finally understanding that you don't need to wait for the house to be built or for someone to deliver the key. You simply have to use the key you already possess and walk through the door. The victory isn't coming to you. You are arriving at it. This changes everything because it means the power was never out there. It was never in the hands of the universe, nor in fate or luck. It means your victory is not something you have to earn or chase or prove you are worthy of. It is a parallel reality that is already fully built, fully furnished and waiting for you to occupy it. It is already yours. It has always been yours. This means you do not have to wait for permission from anyone or anything. The only thing that has ever stood between you and the life you desire is the vibrational gap. The gap between the frequency of the person anxiously waiting for a breakthrough and the frequency of the person who is calmly living it. That is the only distance left to travel. And it is not a distance of time or space, but of being. So what does this mean for your approach right now in these final moments? It means the work is no longer about seeking. It is no longer about scanning the external world for signs, for validation, for proof that it's coming. To look for signs that your victory is on its way is to reaffirm on a deep energetic level that it is not yet here. It is an act of separation. It is standing outside the new house, looking at the windows, hopping to see movement inside instead of using your key and walking in. The new approach is a ruthless, disciplined, and loving act of internal alignment. This is how to know your victory is coming. You stop looking for it outside of you and start feeling it inside of you. Your work now is to stand guard at the door of your new reality and to curate it with absolute intention. You begin to consciously eliminate every single thought, every feeling, every belief, every conversation, and every action that does not belong in the new house. You wouldn't furnish your new mansion with the broken, worn-out furniture from your old apartment. So why would you furnish your new reality with the old, limiting thought patterns of doubt, fear, and impatience? You don't. The work is no longer one of addition, but of subtraction. You are not trying to build something new. You are shedding everything that is old. What if this waiting period was never about waiting at all, but about your energy field becoming a perfect vibrational match for the reality that's been waiting for you? This final stage is a purification. It is an identity transformation at the most fundamental level. You must stop identifying as the seeker. You are not the person hopping for victory. You are not the person working toward a goal. Those are identities of lack, of separation, of not yet. They are powerful creative forces that will by law generate more seeking, more working toward, and more not yet. You must begin the process of being the victor. Now, you must embody the identity of the one who has already received. The one for whom this success is normal, the one who is making their home in this new reality. You are not manifesting success. You are embodying it. And as you do, reality, which has no choice but to conform to your dominant state of being, will begin to rearrange itself around this core truth. The physical evidence will appear not as a gift from the universe, but as a confirmation of a choice you have already made. It is a shadow cast by the substance of your new identity. You are the cause, the victory is the effect. The waiting is over because you have finally decided to arrive. This revelation is not a theory you are meant to simply believe. It is a living reality that is already active in your life right now. The shift from seeking to arriving has already begun, and the universe in its infinite precision is leaving you a trail of evidence. It is scanning the final energetic barcodes of your old reality, preparing that entire timeline for decommissioning. These final scans appear in your life as signs. They are powerful, often deeply misunderstood, and they are the undeniable proof that your victory singularity is not just close. It is imminent. I'm going to give you the 3 most profound signs that you have entered this final stage. These are not the gentle synchronicities of a feather or a repeating number. These are seismic energetic shifts that until now you may have misinterpreted as problems, as setbacks, or even as failure. Today, you will learn to read them for what they are. The final confirmation notices before your new world is delivered. The first sign is the great stillness. This is perhaps the most confusing sign of all. After months or even years of intense inner work, of holding the vision, of generating high-frequency emotions, you suddenly feel nothing. An inexplicable calm descends. The burning desire that fueled your journey seems to have vanished. A sense of emptiness or even a profound boredom settles in. Your mind, conditioned to the struggle, screams that something is wrong. It tells you you've lost your drive. You've given up. You're failing at the final hurdle. But you have not lost your drive. You have simply reached the destination. This stillness is not apathy. It is the eye of the hurricane. The quantum field is conserving your energy for the colossal shift required to physically manifest your victory. You can't enter a new reality while frantically pedaling the bicycle of the old one. The work is done. The engine has been turned off because the car has been parked. The desire is gone for one reason, and one reason only. On the energetic plane where all reality is first born, your desire is already fulfilled. The universe has registered the order as complete. Wanting is the engine of creation. But the absence of wanting is the proof of arrival. You have done so much work to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled that your entire system has finally accepted it as baseline reality. So it stops striving. It simply is. This quiet is not the silence of defeat. It is the sacred, potent silence of a world holding its breath just before the dawn. The second sign is the shedding of the old reality. This sign is often the most painful. Just as you approach your victory, parts of your life may begin to abruptly and dramatically fall away. A long-term friendship might suddenly end. A job you thought was stable might dissolve. Old habits and comforts that once defined you lose their appeal entirely. From the outside, and even from the inside, it can look and feel like everything is falling apart. It can feel like loss. It can feel like you are moving backward. This is a profound illusion. What you are experiencing is not loss. It is liberation. The universe is not taking from you. It is clearing the landing pad. Your new reality, the one that contains your victory, cannot anchor itself in an environment cluttered with the energetic frequency of your past. That old friendship was based on a shared story of struggle you no longer inhabit. That old job was a match for an identity of almost there that you have now outgrown. Those old habits were coping mechanisms for a reality you are leaving behind. Nothing new can be built on a foundation that cannot support its weight. The universe, in its efficiency, is performing a controlled demolition of every structure that is vibrationally incompatible with the person you have become. It is not personal. It is physics. Each piece that falls away is not a punishment. It is a confirmation that your vibrational address has changed permanently. The old mail can no longer be delivered there. It may feel like an earthquake, but you must understand, you are not the building that is collapsing. You are the ground on which a new temple is about to be built. And then comes the third sign. The final, most deceptive confirmation. Sign number 3 is the final test of faith. Just when the stillness has settled in, just as the old pieces have fallen away, a challenge will appear that looks like the exact opposite of your victory. If your victory is financial abundance, you may receive a massive unexpected bill. If it is profound love, a person you care for may suddenly reject you. If it is perfect health, an old symptom may flare up with a vengeance. This is the final boss battle. This is the universe conducting its last and most important query. It presents you with a convincing, high-definition echo of your greatest fear, disguised as your present reality. And it asks one single silent question. Who are you now? Will you react from your old self? Will you collapse back into the fear, the doubt, the story of "I knew it was too good to be true"? Will you re-energize the old timeline with the powerful jolt of your panic and despair? Or will you respond from your new self? The self that has already arrived. The self who can look at the illusion of disaster and hold the core frequency of victory. The self who sees the final test and recognizes it not as a barrier, but as the final gateway. This test is not to see if you are worthy. You are already worthy. It is a test to see if you are ready. Ready to stop identifying with the struggle and to fully, irrevocably identify with the victory. Even when the 3D reality presents its most convincing mirage of failure. Passing this test is not about fighting the illusion. It is about refusing to give it your energy. It is about holding your center in the storm and knowing with a calm that defies all logic that this is simply the final scene of a movie you are no longer watching. The stillness, the shedding, the final test. These are not obstacles on your path. They are the path. They are not signs that you are doing something wrong. They are the sequential, energetic readouts confirming that you have done everything right. They are the barcode scans of a reality being decommissioned. See them for what they are. Decode them not as setbacks, but as the very evidence you have been praying for. You are not alone in this right now. This community is a powerful field of souls standing at this exact same precipice, witnessing these same signs. In the comments below, share which of these 3 signs is screaming loudest in your life right now. By sharing, you not only anchor it for yourself, but create a powerful field of collective validation. I want to witness your final steps. You understand this. You see the signs in your world. Now we move beyond belief. We move into being. We will now embody the frequency of your victory, making its arrival an irreversible physical law. The intellectual part of our journey is complete. This part is for your soul, for your body, for the very cell that are waiting for the signal that it is safe to transform. You are not attracting your victory. You are tuning your inner instrument to the frequency where your victory is already playing, has always been playing. We are simply calibrating your system to hear the music. So I invite you now, wherever you are, to find a posture of stillness. Close your eyes if that feels safe and right for you, or simply soften your gaze, letting the world around you blur. Take a deep breath in, and as you release it, release the need to understand. Release the need to try. This is not about effort. This is about reception. Now, with your inner awareness, I want you to sense the reality of your victory. Do not think about it as a future event, or a dream or a hope. Sense it as a parallel reality, a tangible place in the quantum field, a room fully furnished that has been waiting for you this entire time. It exists with the same solidity as the room you are in now. Feel its presence just beyond a thin veil. It's not something you have to build. It's a place you simply have to enter. Now, we will not see it with the mind's eye. That is the architect's job, and that work is done. Today, we feel it with the body. The body is the receiver. I want you to imagine stepping into that version of you who is already living this victory. Not as an observer watching a movie, but stepping directly into their skin. Feel their posture. Feel the ground beneath their feet. And now feel their dominant emotion. Scan their body. What is the single feeling that lives there now that the struggle is over? Is it a profound, deep, cellular relief that softens every muscle? Is it a quiet, expansive peace that radiates from your heart? Is it a grounded, solid joy that feels like an anchor in your gut? Do not search for it. Let it find you. Just one core feeling. The signature frequency of your victory. Hold it. Identify it. And now, with your next breath, breathe that single emotion into your lungs. And as you exhale, push that feeling into every single cell of your body. Breathe it in again more deeply. This time, let this feeling of relief or peace or joy become a physical substance, a golden light flooding your bloodstream. Feel it saturate your bones, your muscles, your organs. Let it become more real than the chair you are sitting on, more real than the air you are breathing. You are not imagining a feeling. You are remembering your future. This is the frequency. This is the harmonic resonance of your victory. Let your entire body vibrate with it. This feeling is the key. No, this feeling is the door itself. Now for the final step. Dissolve any remaining idea of two selves. The you that was waiting, and the you that has arrived. Let them merge. There is only this one. The victor. You are home. Stay here for a moment. This is your truth. This is your reality. And when you are ready, gently, slowly begin to bring your awareness back. Back to the room. Back to this moment. But do not leave that feeling behind. Bring it with you. Let it be the new foundation upon which you stand. It is now your energetic center of gravity. As you bring your awareness back, one word will surface that captures the pure frequency of your victory. What is that word for you? Let it be your anchor. You are no longer the person hopping for a victory. You are the reality that contains it. From this moment forward, you operate as such. This is not a mindset. This is your new physics. And every system, to function at peak performance, requires an operating protocol. This is your protocol for these crucial final moments, before the physical evidence rearranges itself around the truth you now embody. Do not deviate from it. The first tool is a fundamental recalibration of your response system. I call it the of course reframe. For your entire journey, you have been conditioned to see your victory as a future, distant, and perhaps improbable event. So when signs of it begin to appear in your 3D reality, the synchronistic encounter, the unexpected email, the sudden financial influx, the old self is programmed to react with shock, with ecstatic surprise, with a jolt of high-pitched excitement. But this reaction, while seemingly positive, sends a powerful and contradictory signal to the quantum field. Surprise implicitly says, I didn't truly believe this would happen. Excitement that borders on disbelief reinforces the idea that this is an anomaly, a lucky break, rather than the new sustainable baseline. The victorious self, the one you now are, does not find their victory surprising. It is inevitable. It is natural. It is simply the next logical event in their reality sequence. So from now on, when a piece of your victory appears, your practice is to meet it with a quiet, internal, profound sense of calm recognition. You will feel the impulse for shock, but you will breathe through it. You will feel the urge to shout with glee, but you will instead let a slow, grounded smile form. And within your being, you will say two words. Of course. Of course, the perfect client sends the signed contract. Of course, the health report comes back clear. Of course, the exact amount of money you required appears. Of course. This isn't about being ungrateful or nonchalant. It is the opposite. It is the deepest form of faith. It is the ultimate acceptance of your creative power. You are training your nervous system, your subconscious mind, and the very fabric of your energetic field to accept this new reality as your normal. Let the voice soften here, let it stretch. You are normalizing the miracle until it is no longer a miracle, but simply the way your world now works. Gentle breath, ease into the next idea. The second tool is for navigating the echoes of the old world. Allow a slight drop in tone. It is called energetic sovereignty. Speak as if unveiling something sacred. As your new reality crystallizes, the old one must dissolve, but it doesn't vanish in a silent puff of smoke. Let this line linger. It echoes. It sends ghosts and shadows to test your allegiance to your new state. Soft observational tone. A friend unaware of your internal shift might call to complain about the very problem you've just solved. A bill from a past struggle might show up in the mail. You might overhear a conversation that perfectly mirrors your old limiting beliefs. Calm reassurance. These are not signs that your work is failing. They are the death throes of a collapsing timeline. Slow grounded. The untrained person engages with these echoes. They defend themselves. They get angry. They feel the old anxiety rise in their chest. They re-energize the very timeline that is trying to die. Shift gently into empowerment. You will not. Small pause. Your protocol is to become a neutral, compassionate observer. You will see these echoes for what they are. Data from a defunct reality. Tone becomes warm, wise. You are an anthropologist studying a past civilization. You can see its artifacts, you can read its texts, but you do not live there anymore. You do not get emotionally invested. Soft but firm. When that friend calls, you listen with love, but you do not join them in the energy of lack. You hold your frequency. You remain in your new house. A slightly deeper tone. You are a sovereign energetic state. Your border is non-negotiable. You observe the past, but you live, breathe, and operate from the absolute certainty of your victorious present. Transition into the third tool, slow and reverent. The third and most vital tool is for the moments of internal resistance. It is the collapsing loop. A soft exhale before continuing. Doubt will arise, fear may surface, a thought may scream, "This is too good to be true, it's not going to last." Let the tone clarify. This is not your intuition. It is not a warning. It is the final purge of the old operating system. Gentle, reassuring. It is a neurological habit. For years, perhaps decades, your brain was wired for survival within the old reality. It is simply running its old programs one last time to see if they are still needed. Warmth, compassion. The old way was to fight these thoughts, to suppress them, argue with them, wrestle them into submission. This is like wrestling a ghost. It is exhausting, and it gives the ghost power. Steady, clear. The new protocol is the collapsing loop. It is elegant and ruthlessly effective. Break the next part into slow, powerful steps. When a doubt or fear arises, you perform 3 steps. First, you recognize it. Speak gently. You see the thought not as you, but as an object. You label it, this is the "it's not going to work" echo, or this is the "I'm not worthy" ghost. You see it as a remnant of a timeline that is no longer active. Soften further. Second, you thank it. This is the master stroke. Warm, honoring tone. That program, that fear, that doubt, it once served a purpose. It tried to protect you in a reality where you were vulnerable. It did its job. Slow, heartfelt. So you silently, genuinely say, "Thank you for your service. You are relieved of duty." Let the release be audible. Now, this neutralizes its energy completely. You are not fighting it. You are retiring it with honor. Smooth transition. Third, you pivot. You immediately and deliberately return your awareness to the anchor feeling you cultivated in our embodiment session, the peace, the relief, the expansive joy. You return to the home frequency. Soft, steady reminder. You don't push the doubt away. You simply make it irrelevant by choosing to place your focus on what is now real. Gentle emphasis. The doubt is an echo from a collapsing world. Your feeling is the signal from the emerging one. Slow, powerful. By refusing to engage the echo and choosing to amplify the signal, you accelerate the collapse of the old and the crystallization of the new. Soft invitation. What is the one final doubt? The one, what if it doesn't work story that you are choosing to release permanently right now. Acknowledge it, thank it for its service, and let it go. Move into the morning protocol, calm, structured. To integrate this entire protocol, you will establish a simple, non-negotiable 5-minute framework each morning. Before you check your phone, before you engage with the world, you will sit and execute this sequence. Steady packing. For 5 minutes, you anchor yourself as the master of your reality. Minute 1, close your eyes. Reconnect instantly to your anchor word, your victory frequency. Breathe it into your body until it is more real than the air you breathe. Minutes 2 and 3, rehearse the feeling of course. Imagine a few small wins for the day ahead, and feel that calm, grounded certainty as you greet them. You are priming your system for inevitable success. Minutes 4 and 5, declare your energetic sovereignty. Set the intention to be the neutral observer of any echoes from the past. Visualize a calm, unreachable field of light around you. This is your territory. Only the frequencies of your victory are permitted entry. Slow, reverent conclusion. This is not a chore. This is the command briefing for the Creator of worlds. You have done the heavy lifting. You have embodied the feeling. Now you simply execute the protocol of the receiver. And you watch as reality rushes to obey your new command. Soft, culminating tone. You now have the awareness. You see the signs. You hold the feeling. And you possess the tools. You are no longer the person waiting for a victory. You are the reality that contains it. Slowly, almost whispered, the victory singularity is collapsing into your now. A final, irreversible event in your timeline. Warm, expansive. But receiving this victory is the final exam of one level of consciousness. The moment it lands, a new curriculum begins. A higher challenge presents itself. How to stabilize, sustain, and expand from this new higher vibrational reality. This victory isn't the final destination. It's a key, one that opens the door to a much larger space in your life. Many people experience a major breakthrough but slip back into old patterns without realizing it. This isn't a flaw in their willpower, it's simply a lack of integration. They haven't yet learned how to fully live in their new reality. The pull of the old self can be strong if you aren't ready for it. That's why learning how to stay aligned with your new path is the next essential step on your journey. Your victory marks an arrival, but it also marks a beginning. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because in our next deep dive, the post-victory reality, we'll talk about how to stabilize your new timeline and navigate what comes after this breakthrough lands. You don't have to explore that new territory alone. Once we anchor your new timeline, we'll explore how your emerging identity is far more powerful than you realize, and how to work with it consciously. This shift takes you from simply achieving success to becoming an intentional creator of your world. Your victory isn't the end of your story. It's the true beginning. You weren't made for a single moment of success that fades back into the familiar. You were made to live in a continuous state of growth and alignment, where what once felt miraculous becomes your new normal. Go welcome what's already on its way to you.